Hey guys, welcome to our channel. An unspoken side effect of this whole COVID situation is the quarantine 15. So now we are going to enlarge our jeans. Let's go! This is my model, and as you can see, the pants do not fit. So what I'm gonna do, I will measure how much she needs in the waist. She needs almost 4 inches. And now I'm gonna see until where the pant is a little tight. And I will put a pin there. And now I need those pants, miss. This pant has a cute pink flowers, so I'm matching with this material. So we are gonna open the whole waistband at the back, and for that I will start opening the belt loops. I'm shaving it a little bit, very gentle, and then I will shave at the other side until I know that I've shaved a lot, and then I will just go very gentle and just go and remove it with my blade. To play it safe, you can use a seam ripper because you can break the material. It's really tricky. I'm doing the same to the center back loop, and I will do the same to the other one. Now that I have all my loops, I will open my waistband. As I see, I open a little bit the chain stitch, and because these pants are not new, it's not that easy as a new pants. So what I'm gonna do, I will pull the thread at the back and at the front, both at the same time together, and that way I can free my thread. Now I'm opening a little bit the label so I can open my waistband completely. And here you go. Now I need to open the sides. I will open the side until my pin, and for that I have to start with my least favorite seam to open. This is so tight and so complicated. I have to go like every 2 or 3 stitches, and then after that I will pull the thread at the back, but it still will be difficult. I know that, yeah, call me lazy, don't worry, but I really don't like to open that seam, but we need it. Now I will go and open the serge seam, and I will open this one. This one is easy. This is just a chain stitch, and I will just put it that way. And as I did the other time, I will pull both sides because it's not a new pants. If we're new, you just pull one. And now I'm just helping me with the blade to open the serge. This is one side that is open, and then I will go to the other side and I will open it as well. But I will measure to be sure that both sides will be exactly the same. And after both sides are open, I will measure the deepness, which is 12 inches and 1/4. And then I will make a kind of triangle to insert in my pants. The triangle will be 2 inches by 12 plus the seam allowance at the top, at the bottom, and at the sides. I'll make the seam allowance 3/4 inch, but you can make it bigger or smaller depending on you. I do that because if the pants are too small or too big, I can make further alterations. After I cut my material, then I will proceed and cut cotton interfacing to reinforce it. I'll mark it, and then I will cut inside the mark so the interfacing is a little smaller. Now I am deciding what I'm gonna do with the back because I want to add a piece. I think I will add this side, so it's just a little piece. Now I'm ironing the cotton interfacing to the material. And now that I have my mark, I am opening a little bit further because the serge is close together. That way I can finish my insert nicely. I'm serging my sides. I'm serging the other side as well. Everything I have to serge 4 times. And then I have to serge my pieces too. All the edges of my pieces I'm serging except for the top, of course. This is where I'm gonna put my other piece. This is just a decoration just to complete everything. And I'm opening a little bit the pocket, and then I will put it here. You see, it will look nice. So I'm just cutting it. I fold it iron, and then I will just glue it. I'm using this water soluble glue. So with the first wash, the glue will go. So if in the future the owner of the pants wanna remove it, it will be okay. So I'm applying my glue, and I will just put it there to sew it easier. I will use my just sewing machine with any thin thread. I'm sewing it. And then I will go and sew on top the pocket. To sew the pocket, you have to be careful because you don't want to see too much the two different threads. I'm taking in count to have the same length of the stitch and sewing on the same holes as much as I can, of course. Now I'm gonna prepare my sides to insert the pieces. I'm sewing back until the mark. Remember that I open a little bit further so I can clean it with the serger. My mark is there and then I'm sewing until there, and as you can see the serger was a little bit further, but there is one part that is not serged. So I will just go and serge this part and everything will be completely clean. So you can see the mark is closed until there, open, and then serge together. Now I'm going to mark my sewing line at 3/4 inches from the edge. I'm marking at the bottom and at the top. That way I don't get confused at all. And now I'm matching the seam line of the pant and the seam line of my pieces. As you can see, the seam allowance are different because I decided to do a seam allowance bigger just in case the pants are still not big enough for my model, so I can let out a little bit more without cutting another piece. This step is crucial. You see, I sew until my mark, and then in the same point, I have to put the other side of the material and just sew in that point, and that makes my triangle look perfect. This is a step that is very difficult. Here I won't sew, I just keep that part and later I will sew it with a zipper foot. And my triangle is ready. Now I'm going to do the other side again, doing the same step, and I will finish with my zipper foot. And now I will go to do the top stitch that always the jeans have at the sides. And I'm going to do the top stitch at the other side too. Now is the waistband turn. For this I will remove my belt loop up the center, and you know how it is, shaving until you weaken the thread, and then you just go and remove it. I'll pin it so I won't lose it. You don't know how crazy I get when I lose them. And now I'm removing my label. Now I'm marking the center and I'm cutting my waistband in the center. And now I will gonna measure the width of my waistband, which is 2.5 inches. And I will mark in the material these 2.5 inches by 5 inches. Why 5 inches? Because I need to add almost 4 inches. So I'm just measuring that and cutting it. And then I will cut another piece exactly the same size because this waistband has 2 pieces. Now I'm cutting as well 2 pieces of interfacing, and I'm going to iron on to my pieces. What I'm gonna do, I will sew my waistband to my pieces, and because I didn't cut the waistband straight, I'm just putting it straight so it looks good when it's done. I'm going to add the pieces to the other side, and I'm trying to align it very well so it looks really nice. This is very important in this case because the material I chose is striped, but in a normal material you don't have to be so careful. Now I'm gonna do the same in the inside part of the waistband. And I have it. I'm going back to the iron, and I will iron flat all the seam. And now I'm gonna work in tucking it all the top part, folding everything, pressing down to make sure that everything will be okay. I'm pressing down now the bottom part of my waistband, so I will just sew after everything. So here you go, this is all ready to sew. And let's go back to the machine, and I will start sewing the top part of the waistband. I'm trying to make it straight and nice. Here you go. and I measure my center to put my center of the waistband to the center of the jeans, and then I'll go ahead and sew everything back. I'm making sure that I'm catching the inside of the waistband. This is very tricky. You have to do it, take your time, and cleaning all the little threads and sewing it until the end. Now that my waistband is sewn, I will sew back the belt loops. This is very tricky as well. Most of the time I go with my hands because this is really tricky. Now I'm going to sew the center loop and the center loop again. And finally, that's done. I'm very excited. Now I will ask my mother to try on to see how she looks. And here you go. Now you can see it completely buttons up. How do you feel? She feels good. Here you go. Now the pants is so nice. It fits perfectly. In this case, what I'm trying to do is to create a vintage boho look. It's not making any muffin top. In this case, we chose pink to match the flowers, but you can do it with black elastic, or if you have two pair of jeans that are the same color, you can sacrifice one to save the other. Please let me know if you want me to show how to do it as well. The model says that it's very comfortable. If you like this video, please comment, share, and subscribe. Bye!